guys ready?
Ready.
Okay, I'd like to call to order this regular board meeting of the Guam Educational Telecommunications Corporation. Today is January 20, 2022. Please state your name as we go around the table and your position. Donovan Brooks, Chair.
Joey Francas, member.
Lorraine Hernandez, Administrative Officer.
Ina Corona Gian.
Judy Flores, Secretary.
Rosemary Clement, Member.
Maricela Rivero, Treasurer.
Thank you. Also, please remember to remove your mask when speaking for clarity. Before you have the minutes dated December 15, 2021. Well, that was from last year.
Oh, right. Yeah, these are the minutes from last year.
Did everyone have a chance to previously review them?
Yes. Is there an agenda?
Yes, ma'am. The agenda is...
Oh, okay, that's at the bottom, okay, bottom, okay. I saw the GM report. Okay.
And please keep in mind that we can always motion to approve the minutes pending any subsequent correction that would be required. So even if we haven't reviewed every, sentence, we can still move forward.
I don't think that I got the minutes. Where are the minutes?
Yeah, it should be there. The minutes, here.
Oh, where? Is this the one?
It was on the top, I think. It's after the second pages. Yeah, that's the minutes, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah, she was.
I'm going to go ahead and pause that while we're perusing.
Donovan?
Yes.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Okay, second?
I second.
Everybody good? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. GM's report to the board.
Okay.
Take your mask off, please.
Yes, sorry. So I have a couple procurement requests, and maybe I'll do that after the report. Under administration, our annual audit is ongoing. We've been working with Ernst & Young, and we hope to complete it by the end of the month. We'll be meeting with the OPA and the auditors, not this afternoon, but tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon at 3 p.m. to discuss our progress. Accounting is working on getting all the W-2s and other tax documents out to our staff, contractors, and vendors by the end of the month. Also, stay well insurance, the premiums have increased about 10% this year, and that's due to the addition of new employees and our current employees' usage over the last year. The copier, Xerox machine, I think it's a Hanukkah Xerox machine, it needs to be replaced, so we'll be getting three quotes this, for the next board meeting, so you guys can review and approve. Also, as the ethics and government training was completed in December, there's a new law that requires that all board member and government employees take this ethics and government class. So all the remaining employees and board members, I'm going to try to get the schedule so that we can schedule the rest of them in the next training for those that haven't attended yet. But we did get I think about 15 employees certified already, so that was good. Under development, PBS virtual run, that is ongoing for this month. Readathon, we will be launching the Readathon on March 1st and continue through March 18th. To date, GDOE has agreed to participate along with some private schools and daycares. This program was also being underwritten by development, and we've been able to secure roughly about $6,000 in cash sponsorship underwriting and about $11,000 in in-kind. So in addition to try to underwrite it, the program will be for 3 weeks in March, and then that's when the kids will be soliciting for pledges to win prizes. Production. The Text and Drive campaign presentation, I have videos here. I'm going to send it to the board, so maybe we can watch it on our phones because I don't have the thing set up. Sean, can you play that? I sent it to you as well. But we'll do that maybe at the end of the meeting. Production staff, they're currently working on these projects. They're finalizing Commission on Decolonization. We've already done all the broadcast stuff, so now it's just the social media ads. There's about 50 of those that we need to produce, and they're fairly easy, like 15 to 20-second ads. DPHSS Block Grant Media Campaign and Clinic Marketing Asset Refresh. We are currently working on that as well. Pbs University Season 5, episodes 4, 5, and 6. We're working on the production of that. Episodes 1, 2, and 3 will begin airing on Monday. And then we're looking at Season 6 to produce in the summer. So GDOE, we were gonna go into it right away next month, but they're asking for a hiatus until summertime because of all these COVID positives, and really the staff is overwhelmed right now. So that's good because it gives us some time to work on our PBS Higher Learning. We are in the middle of producing our Seagrass and Mangrove series, which is about a 5-part series. Like science series, and then also Humanities Guam series, which is another 4 to 5-part series.
I know, when is the higher learning on television?
We've been producing these, so these are kind of like mini-series, right, on different.
I know, but what time, what days?
Oh, they run throughout the week after PBS University.
So the later afternoon?
Yes.
Like, what time?
Like PBS University usually runs around 1 o'clock, so maybe like after like 4 o'clock. Yeah.
3, 4?
Pbs Newshour, we're currently working to put together this program. We're still waiting for some of the funding, but I just found out today that the funding should be already available, so we can already pull the trigger on that. We've already begun the set design and procurement for the set and some small accessories, such as mics. We still will need to procure like furniture and props. Recruitment for the talent will begin once the funding is received. We're currently looking to hire limited term staff and our contract professionals like we've done with it's very problematic because the DVD technology is going away. So when the DVD player broke, we had such a hard time trying to procure another DVD player for Docomo. So we Adelaide would like us to just manage it ourselves. And it's also difficult because we have to manually give them this piece of media, and it's just 2 hours that's rotating over and over, so it's kind of, it's very redundant. So if we can manage it here, then we can plug and play and the content will be better. And also it'll give us some room to broadcast programming that, you know, we don't want to bog down our national programming with. So it works both ways. So we're talking with both GTA and Docomo, the carriers, to see what sort of equipment. It looks like we're going to need an encoder from each of them to communicate with their systems. So we would have to order an encoder with GTA and with Docomo. And then just some basic equipment like a high functioning computer and maybe a laptop for mobility. And I think that's pretty much, and maybe some accessories, but that's all we're going to need. So we're working with them to do that, and MCO is equipped and ready. So as soon as that happens, we'll be managing the governor's channel as well. John Munya, he just completed the upgrade of the installation of Pbs 6 system. I don't know how many more upgrades, but I think it's coming along. The upgrade will connect, so once we're completed and Pbs 6 system is fully installed, this is a system that all the national affiliates are now moving to. Once that happens, it will connect all the national PBS affiliates together, and we will be able to network with each other. And it'll also allow for real-time sharing of local content across the nation. So if we wanted to pull content that maybe Alaska and Hawaii just aired, we can pull it without, you know, and it's all royalty-free because there's agreements for, well, anyway. We can pull it and air it on our content, on our broadcast. So the Pbs 6 system is created so that all the Pbs stations across the nation can have access to everybody's programming. And not only that, it'll allow us to receive our content via fiber, as opposed to using the satellite, you know, which right now is satellite fees for PBS is getting higher and higher. So they were looking for an alternative, and it seemed like a good one. So it looks like in about 18 to 24 months, we'll be totally weaned off our satellite. We are we're using some of the broadband, the fiber now to receive content, but for things like in real time, like News Hour and some of our some of the prime time lineup and stuff like that, those things we are still receiving through the satellite. So we're going to try to move away from that and then just use fiber, which is pretty cool because nobody's doing that right now. So I think that's really exciting for me. It is. Also, we are continuing to work with DPW on the building renovation. It's just a lot of paperwork right now. Did you see that last email I sent you? So we're just, as soon as they can get a contractor, I think they put the bid out already and they didn't get a response. So as soon as they can get a contractor, then together we'll meet here and discuss what the project entails. And then also there was a small upgrade for PBS Kids 24/7 this month that was completed by John already. That's all.
Ina, I don't know if this is relevant, but there was a notice that K57 isn't going to have news at 5:30, and I don't know exactly. Did anyone hear that?
I think someone got
People are
COVID.
sick.
I think someone got COVID and they can't have news for a while.
Yeah, they seem to have
They're
a
having
lot of issues. No, I'm just wondering if we have surplus talent in Guam for us to find people for our news program. It sounds like things are pretty thin right now. So I'm just throwing that out.
Our news program is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to really cover the hard beats like. It's going to be more of a news hour, right? Where we dive deep into certain community issues or governmental issues or something like that. So we're not trying to mimic the traditional news format where they have, a couple different segments. Segment A with hot news, like headline news, and then soft news, and then fluff or sports. We're not trying to do that. We want a more comprehensive and deeper dive into stories that matter for the community.
Yeah.
So that's kind gonna be what our news is gonna end to,
And this
like
would be daily or weekly or?
daily. We're
So
looking
it's
at a daily news broadcast.
Half hour?
Monday to Friday, maybe Saturday, I don't know. But like the accident on Route 10 or
No, I wasn't
or
suggesting that. I'm
burglary
just
or
saying,
something like
it
that.
sounds like
Yeah,
town is a little thin.
it is, so, yeah, it really is. So, but we'll be recruiting, we have some people in mind already, but, you know, we'll be recruiting for the anchor's position, and we really need to get a good producer. We do have the talent to do it now, but we just have so much projects that we're working on, so, I mean, our staff will be initiating the news, but I would like to hire the additional broadcast tech and to help with camera and stuff like that. Because right now we have so many projects going on, we don't have the stuff.
Okay.
So what you will still pick the main news of the day, right? If it's going to be daily, there's going to be something.
It's gonna be daily, yeah.
So you're going to emphasize.
It's gonna be
also-
more of a news hour. I mean, more of a news show, I guess, like a news. How would you say it? It's not gonna be hard news. It's gonna be.
Events. It's not gonna be like traffic accidents or?
No, none
It's
of
like
that.
events that's happening.
Current events and stuff, but we're not gonna try to cover all the news. So we don't need. So I mean, with that, we're not gonna need a whole news team to be sitting, you know, writing stories all the time or following up with the court and the police department, the fire department, all this stuff. We're not gonna need any of that. We're just gonna have certain stories that we're gonna cover, and then we're gonna, you know, we'll cover it that way. But I mean, it really is, and it, you know, PBS corporation has been, you know, they have, or the PBS affiliates really have been producing news. All of them have been producing news, and you know, like some sort of news, whether it's like a news hour or a regular news broadcast. So, you know, we have been. It was kind of a directive in 2019 to produce some sort of news, and you know, when I did go to the annual meeting, I was discussing that I felt like news was oversaturated here. There was already a couple news TV stations, there was like 1 million radio stations, we have magazines, papers. So, you know, I wanted to spin it into kids' news, and that's what we were trying to do, and we actually were able to get funding to do it, right, with our ESF2 funding that we should be receiving soon. When this came on, the idea of doing a PBS News hour as opposed to hard news, that made a little bit more sense for our community because we have a lot of that anyway. So, you know.
So you could liken it like a 60 minutes?
Yeah,
I
something
think,
like
but
that.
30 minutes.
Yes.
You know, instead.
Because in traditional news, your average news packet is about, maybe 3 minutes, right? Sometimes some of the stations stretch it to 4, 5, 6, but that's not really the standard for, you know, professional news broadcasts. You can have 3-minute stories. So you can't really get to the heart of the story in 3 minutes. So we really want to dive deep, talk about the story, talk about the issues, how it affects all the different people or parties involved, and figure out, you know, as a community, let the community, inform the community, right? So we just want to do a more comprehensive type of news.
Will you
Sorry.
Will you also bring or invite people from
Yes.
the community,
Mhm.
interview them, have their comments or
Mhm.
views or something? Okay.
So relative to what Donna brought up, 60 minutes, I mean, it sounds like it's more like a news magazine
Yeah.
where you feature, I mean,
Yeah.
60 minutes does 3 in an hour, and, you know,
Yeah, we're going to do something similar to that. We're just going to consider it more community news, but yeah.
well, what about calling it a news magazine?
Yeah, we're still working on all of the, like the
Yeah.
marketing side of it.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I think PBS Newshour really is news magazine.
PBS Newshour.
Yeah, we have an afternoon
So
they have
I'd just
a-
like to throw in my 2 cents, and that is that overall, I think the idea fits very well with PBS and what Ina said about other stations already on that platform. Significant numbers, you know, just look to the Hawaii station. I keep encouraging people to go there because for me, they are a template for where we can never be them because their community is so much larger than us, but there are things that we can take from them, how they're doing things,
Yes.
and maybe apply some of that to here. So
I think
go
that is
look
a
at their
great idea.
their programming, especially their news magazine programming, how they have hours and hours, thousands of hours of interviews of local people. So that's kind of, I feel kind of like where Ina was going with that. So
I like that.
yeah, I like it too.
And I also like the fact that we are kind of independent, objective,
Yeah.
because the other stations, they all have their own agenda.
Mhm.
And yeah, K57, I don't know really how long it will last.
Well, we don't need to be discussing our fellow broadcasters in the
Yeah.
industry. That was it, Ina? That
Yes.
was,
Oh, I do have the procurement approval.
This,
So the first one was for the, okay, we need to get started on the building of the news desk. I think all the other procurement, I wanted to wait off, and also for the, I wanted to hold off until we got the funding, but Lorraine and I just found out today that the funding should be available. So for the news desk, because that's gonna take some time to build, if you look at FY, it's actually item number 2, furniture for newscast, broadcast.
wait, I've got two
That's-
things that both
yes,
say
there's
custom
two.
built.
So the one that's black is
Black?
what she's going to.
we're looking at this one here.
So we're looking at the number
Black-
here.
Black ink.
FY 2022-RQ18.
Okay?
Okay, so that is for the news desk. You're gonna be pretty surprised. We did try so hard to get 3 quotes. We asked 5 vendors. And we also asked the Contractors Association because we weren't getting responses. They have a membership of 500 businesses and they got no responses. But anyway, we were lucky that we got two quotes. And I think we have only 1, but we have 2 now. So M80 Systems was able to provide a quote. We're looking for a custom built desk. So this is the picture we sent them with the RFQ, and we said, please let us know how much it's going to cost to build this or something similar to this. And they came in, the only request we wanted was it's a custom built desk with a glass top and then to see the photo, which we provided to every vendor. M80 came in with a quote of $7,240 for the desk. The product solution, they came in at about $93,089.02. Yeah, yes, very high. I don't know why.
88,000, I mean, that was the one you're talking about?
Yeah. So what I did was
Must be sterling silver.
or gold, but I did include the whole email so you guys can see the chain. And then also Townhouse Furniture had no quote. There were other vendors like Furniture World, Orion Guam, and all of the Contract Association who had no quotes too for various reasons, but a lot of it was because they had no H2 workers to fabricate here on Guam. And then some were saying that they were having issues with sourcing fabrication. And then some just weren't interested. So it seems like there's just a labor issue thing here with the contractors.
Well, is this the picture it's showing NBC 11?
Yeah, that's the news desk we wanted to produce.
Sounds like a
So-
really fancy desk.
Yeah,
Does the news desk itself require monitors to be inlaid underneath its glass?
it's glass and lighting, so we need it to be glass, and then we're gonna put monitors in the bottom so that but we also have a teleprompter, so that's why we needed a custom. And then also the lighting, right? We want it to be backlit and stuff, so. I mean, I thought M80 was pretty high in the beginning, but then I saw the product solution quote, and then M80 looked great to me. So I don't know, I'm seeking board approval for the procurement of the
So is this basic setup here as we see it in this set,
It's
in
for
this
the
photo?
desk.
It's just for the desk,
Mhm.
nothing else?
No. So the plan is to use these to do a scenic background, and then maybe we're gonna light it up
Right?
with, and then, yeah. So this is option one. Option two will just be to use the site wall and light it up.
Right.
Yeah.
But would it be in this room?
Mhm.
It's just the front here that you're
Yeah.
talking. the
So
front.
the desk needs to be mobile. It'll be on casters so that we can move it around. Yeah, and then hopefully, as we're able to renovate, we're gonna, this space will be doubled on the other side of the wall, so we'll have a separate set for news once that happens. So seeking a motion.
So,
Looks pretty clear cut to me that M80 Systems has a reasonable bid. This is a one-of-a-kind kind of item. They don't come off the shelf really. Yeah, so seeking a motion to approve purchase request FY 2022 RQ18.
Okay, I'll make the motion to approve the M80 Systems product. M80 Systems at the total cost of
72.
That's
$7,240.
que soy second motion.
One second.
Motion is made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you. Motion carries. Second purchase request is FY 2022 RQ14.
Okay, so this one is for Guam Live procurement. So for Guam Live, that's the service that where we send our production crew to various board meetings, and they do what they're doing here now, right? They record and stream. So we need some equipment. These guys, they need a laptop, they need a webcam for the laptop, some headphones, some other equipment that is strictly just for Guam Live, because right now, if there is a production in studio, then they don't have equipment. So we need to just order a whole new set for them. And this is pretty much just stuff for them to go on location to shoot. I mean, to shoot. We have the cameras, but they need the accessories, right? And the laptop and computer to work. So here is a list of all the various items that they're going to need. There are 3 quotes that came in. One for B&H Photo at $12,531.87. We did check with Amazon too. It's $13,705.07, and Adorama, which is $14.10 and 5 cents. So the lowest bid goes to B&H at $12,531.87.
And they are all bidding on the same thing exactly. They are all these 3 the same items.
They're different items, but they're all for this one project for Guam Live. So, like, you see the setup that they have here. We need a whole new setup that they'll be able to take on the field. Because if there is a production here, then we need that in studio. That's the studio stuff.
Ina, we talked about months ago about using our people and our equipment to go to various board meetings all over. So, in other words, we haven't done it yet.
No, we're doing it.
Oh,
We're doing it now, but what we're doing
this is to facilitate it. I mean,
Yes. We're
okay.
doing it now, but we're using all of our station equipment to do it. So like Sean has to take his computer apart and bring it over there, and
Oh,
we need his, we need its own set of equipment.
You
Yeah,
need
we've
one
been lugging-
here?
We've been lugging desktops around to the
Yeah.
different places we need laptops because we don't have any.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you need something that you can
Hey,
take
can we
with
just
you.
identify that quote from the tech? Can you please identify yourself since you?
Sean Concho, broadcast technician.
Thank you very much. Okay, so we have the information in front of us. We have the required 3 bids. This is something that I would just say that if you, and we're going to discuss this later, if you look at the amount of production and revenue that we're getting by sending our guys to these meetings where they're providing these services, this is the cost of doing business, and it's just a very small amount of what we're bringing in. So I absolutely believe that, you know,
But Donna,
easier we can make it
how
for
much
them.
money are we bringing in?
Well, we'll get to that, but
Oh.
I mean,
Okay.
Yes, I.
a lot. I would like to say that we're in a better position now than we have ever been in, and we're going to discuss that in finances.
Okay, so I would like to make a motion that we approve the proposed
Bid.
bid by B&H Photo for all the various laptop, headphones, audio, hard drives, and so on, equipment needed in the amount of $12,531.87.
I second the motion.
And just to note that this is for FY 2022 RQ14. The motion's been made and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Okay. The next item on the agenda is a financial statements review, but because we're going to be going into executive session and kind of using that information in that session, I would like to ask that we just bypass the statements review portion at this time, so we can get to the rest of the agenda and then get to the executive session. Yes, is that okay with everybody?
Yes, that's okay.
Okay. The distracted driving initiative.
So we had Jonah working on the project. He's able to produce a few spots for us. So I think Sean's gonna try to pull them up right now.
Not sure how everybody will be able to see it.
Don't text and drive. Don't text and drive. Just don't. Don't even change the song. Just put your phone down and focus on the road. Because you don't want to hit somebody. You don't want to miss when the light turns red.
Can it be louder?
Sorry, that's the last one.
Just put your phone down. You don't need to look at your phone. Focus on the road.
So these are all geared to different demographics. I think this is a younger.
Do you want me to show all 4 of them, or?
They're all different.
Okay.
I love those lips.
Keep in mind that the demographic that we most want to reach is the youngest.
Yeah, the young
Demographic.
kids that are kind of, and that's what the directive we gave Jonah was like, you know, I told him like 18 to 29, you know, people that are just getting to driving and, you know,
Well, shouldn't we start younger than that though? You
maybe
know, like
16, yeah.
12.
Oh, yes,
You
yes.
know, you're
So
getting
you
early.
can see the use of color that he's, you know, he's using like very young colors and he's making the graphics very, I mean like, this is geared to a younger demographic.
Texting while driving is 6 times more likely to cause an accident than driving.
He's talking
drunk.
slower so it's more easy to understand.
You know, that I like a little bit more than the first one because it's bang, it's right there in your face. The other one took a while to develop. You're going to lose people's attention, but the second one was kind of like in the vein that I'm thinking of.
Answering a text takes away your attention for about 5 seconds. Traveling at 55 miles per hour, that's enough time to travel the length of a football field.
People don't realize, like when you're looking and reading something, how long your eyes are actually away from the road.
You see the thing in the paper today about the Navy guy who killed that man? That was so
Today?
awful. Didn't say he was drinking, but
When was that happened? When did it happen?
it's on the front page of the paper today, but it happened a while ago.
And the last one.
Color.
Oh my gosh, so, yeah.
You have to try to think like a millennial when you watch these, because it's different from what we're used to as traditional marketing messages.
Nice.
And then there was that one that he produced earlier that we showed you about the
And who's making these?
Jonah. He's
You made them? No.
Jonah, he's a camera operator. He's one of our camera operators.
Is he the kind of
long
chubby?
hair, very thin guy.
Yeah. He's blonde.
So I will say that that's a good start.
Okay.
I like what I saw. Maybe just keep working on it, kind of massage it a bit, maybe take a look at it next meeting, and if it looks like ready to launch it, we'll launch it.
And these are just scattered through the day in between programs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can do some for older demographic, which would probably entail more video, more cinematographic stuff, like a more storyboard, for like an older demo, maybe like,
Well, let's do one age group at a time. Let's focus
Okay.
on the younger and then
Yeah.
see how that goes, and then,
yeah, okay, I'll let them know.
because what I hope to happen is that younger folks will tell their parents, "Mom, put your phone down. I saw it on, PBS," kind of thing.
Yeah, if there's a catchphrase like that first one, little kids will remind their
Pick it up,
parents.
yep, absolutely they will. So yeah,
Okay,
thank you,
good.
great job. Okay, we taken care of the F on the agenda, the laptop accessory and the news desk. Doing good on time. Okay, Ina, anything else before we
I think that's all.
move out of the regular meeting?
I think that's all, just the financials, and I think that's it.
Okay. If that's the case, then I'm going to ask that we pause and
Okay.
move into executive session. back?
We are back.
We're back.
Okay.
Okay, here's mine. Okay, we're on here.
Okay, and we are reconvening after coming out of executive session. The noted item on the agenda was the general manager's annual review, which has been completed, and we will turn that document over to the administrative officer and the general manager at the conclusion of this meeting. I would just like to say, for the record, Ina, that the board was in total agreement in the findings of this evaluation, and really couldn't be happier with your performance. Okay.
Job well done.
Next meeting,
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I hope it's, thank you. I'm
next
nervous.
meeting is going to be February
17?
17.
February 17th? Also, it's also Thursday?
Yes.
Your birthday? My birthday's on Abraham Lincoln's birthday, February 12th.
Yeah.
That's the president.
Is that, when is your birthday?
February 12th.
Wow.
When I was growing up, that was a holiday.
Okay.
Now they have President's Day.
So February 17 at noon, that's a Thursday here at the station. And we will try to have our newest board member join us. If you could reach out to him and try to track him down, Lorraine. And
Who is that?
See Jace?
JC,
Chase.
he's the new student member, youth member.
Oh, what's his name?
JC,
JC?
apparently,
What's his last name?
first name. I have not yet met him.
And he's a high school student?
I don't
I
know.
think he's out of high school. When I watched his confirmation, I think he was 24,
Oh,
24 or something. I think he's maybe in college or something.
is he in college?
I've never met him either.
Oh.
Well, hopefully he'll be
He
joining
looks
us
young.
at the next meeting. Okay, any other announcements?
Announcement?
May I, we didn't go to the financial statement.
Right, I did ask everyone's indulgence that we would kind of bypass that in order to get to the executive session where we
Oh, I
use.
know, but
we
I
use-
thought you meant we were going to go through it after the.
I was hoping that we could just dispense with it this month and we'll get back to it next month.
Okay, no
That fine?
problem.
Okay? Fine, okay. So next meeting, February 17 at noon. Just, we have a presentation for the board members at this time. Board members who were not able to join us at the holiday soiree.
Yeah, so I guess on behalf of PBS Station and our staff and management, we wanted to present the board members, all of the board members, let me stand up first, this is glass.
Oh,
It says on this day, Tuesday, December 21st, 2021, we wanted to thank you for your service and for you are being honored with much appreciation and gratitude for being a member of our board.
oh, that's beautiful.
For all the support, really that the board has given to us, and I feel like, you know, a lot of my efforts are not possible without the support that we get from the board, and no matter how crazy the idea, somehow you guys, you know, see value in it. So we'd like to present, or I'd like to present to Sinot your award. Here you go. Thank you so much for your support and your time and dedication to PBS.
I knew there was something good in those boxes.
Yeah, I said it's better than chocolate.
Better than chocolate.
To Rosemary, here you go. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for your support and
Thank you so much. That's so beautiful.
And last but not least,
soiree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you again for your support. It really is so much
That's very
appreciated.
nice.
You guys are blessings.
Yes. It was rough. It was rough in the beginning.
I've been through so
Early
many boards.
2019.
So many boards, and you guys are the best.
We have a good team, really.
Yes, you do.
And we work cohesively, really, and collectively. I think that that's one of the very best qualifications in any environment to work with. Having a very,
This is more like a small family.
I guess, knowledgeable board in the industry, and also to be able to at least extend what we know in contributing to the overall success of PBS. And as a second round board member, I can only tell you that I'm so honored to have been a part of that and watching that growth happen since you became a part of this organization. So thank you.
Very good. Okay, I'd like to call for a motion to adjourn.
Okay, I make a motion that we adjourn.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much.
Time one.
Time is 1:41. Thank you.
1:41.
Okay, so this is, I leave this here for you, Lorraine,
Okay.
and also this.